question, Coach. What do fighter and speeder mean? Those are FC playstyles. There are 3 in total. Fighter, all-arounder, and speeder. Playstyles. Let's start with fighter. Fighters try to score points by attacking their opponents directly. You mean by touching the opponent's back? Right. 1 touch is 1 point. Speeders are the opposite. They avoid their opponents and score points by racing between the 4 buoys. Buoys are those things that float in the air, right? Asuka looked up at the practice buoys that are floating over the water beyond the school's fence. That's right. They use anti-gravity to float. If you touch a buoy ahead of your opponent, you get 1 point. So, in short, you can score by either touching your opponent's back or touching a buoy. Exactly. By the way, an all-arounder goes for both. Like the name implies. What's my playstyle then? You've got to find that out on your own. We'll start you off as an all-arounder since that'll let you get the feel for both. But before that, you need to learn the rules. The rules? Before we get into too much detail, I'll have Prez and Masaki face off in a practice match. I'll explain more as we watch them. As for FC shoes... I checked our equipment. We do have a few pairs old club members left, but... I look inside the cardboard box. Madoka points to. These are pretty old. I assume you've got your own pair, yeah? You bet! Ballmungs from Invade have a heavy speeder tuning. Wow, impressive. Invade is an American grab shoes brand. They also make civilian grab shoes, but I found that's not their specialty. Ballmungs in particular are already fine-tuned for speeders. They can't be used for any other playstyle. You have ballmungs with a heavy speeder tuning tacked on? Can you actually turn in those? Sure, I imagine that makes them very fast, but it doesn't. But doesn't it also make flexibility movement impossible? That's what muscles are for. Seems this guy has a pretty unique playstyle. He's certainly not meant to coach others. Misaki, what's your shoe size? I wear 6. Let's see, there's nothing in here. There's nothing in that size here. Ah, that's fine. This is just a practice match anyway, right? Normal shoes are good enough. Well, I guess that's true. We can grab some funds from Miss Kagami and go buy FC shoes for everyone tomorrow. We're gonna get funds? I mean, we are an actual club now, so yeah. Miss Kagami has Miss Kagami has ulterior motives that are banking on this, so I'm sure she'll gather the funds we need for shoes. Can you two get started now? Gotcha, leave it to me. Alright, let's do this. I'm rooting for you, Misaki-senpai. Well, I can't disappoint my fans now, can I? Stop, those puppy dog eyes aren't gonna work on me. I won't cheer you on. Why not? I wouldn't be caught dead cheering for my brother at my age. That's just gross. It's not. Listen, there's nothing gross about a little sister showing her brother some love. Ah, that just makes it sound even worse. Jeez, you're so hopeless. Fine, whatever. I'm rooting for you, big bro. Sweet. Now I'll definitely win. There's no way Misaki-senpai will lose after accepting all my love. I don't remember accepting anything, but yeah, I'm gonna win. Look, winning doesn't matter here. I'm trying to use you two to help explain the rules, remember? Need an example of a speeder winning first, so go do that. What? You're telling me to lose on purpose? Yeah, but really sell the loss. I'll sync up in all our headsets to make it easier. Just follow my instructions, okay? Gotcha. Mizaki stretches her back like a cat that just got up as she says that. Shall we, Prez? Let's go. Prez raises his heels to prepare himself for the match. Sprint, sprint, sprint! Then he activates his grab shoes. Well, that's an interesting activation key. Ah, this is really embarrassing. I want to die. Okay, me next. Ready for liftoff. Misaki says her active key, which turns on her grab shoes. And yours is just plain silly. Isn't it better if it sounds cute? That's right! There's even a wise saying, cuteness is justice. Sounds more cringy than cute to me. I have a question. What are those pretty lines that are coming from out of Prez's heels? Oh, the light you mean. Those are contrails. Like a white streaks plain sleeve. Right. It's a feature of FC grab shoes. When you force a small fraction of anti-gravitation into contact with air at particular intervals, you get a similar effect to light hitting a prism. In other words, light refracts, disperses, and reflects. The contrails used in FCs are a production of this phenomenon. But why do only FC's shoes have that light? A reasonable question. Flying Circus takes place way up in the sky, which means the audience down to the ground needs an easy way to locate players. Oh, I see. It makes it easier to watch and looks cool. Nice! You can turn on contrails on normal graph shoes, but there's no point, really. Alright, everyone get into position at first. Okay. Misaki and Prez fly over to the fence. There's a steep cliff a couple meters beyond it, and then the ocean. FC takes place in the sky, which means you can do it anywhere. Shito City is surrounded by the ocean, so that becomes the natural playing ground in our area. Plus, it's also technically safer when there's water beneath you instead of solid ground. Though modern grab shoes have a ton of fail-safes that make getting injured from a fall impossible. I have another question. What's the first you mentioned? The first buoy. See those four in the sky? Starting clockwise from first, it's second, then third, then fourth. Simple, right? Yes, real simple. The line that connects the first and second is called the first line. It's followed by the second, third, and fourth line. The square that these four lines form is called the field. All the matches are carried out in a field. I'm sure you already understand, but FC is a sport where you have to follow those lines and fly around the square. That means you start at first, then go to second, then third, then fourth, and... At that point, you head back to first. You keep flying around and around until time runs out, depending on how the match is going. You can also choose to stop or move back and forth on a line, but you can't ever move back a line. So I can't move from the first line to the fourth? Bingo. I look up, confirm Mizaki and Prez have positioned themselves at first, and speak through the headset. Start at my signal, and remember, show us how a speeder wins the first match. Got it. Okie dokie. It's time. Ready, set, go! I've got this. Prez leans his body forward and flies off towards second, riding along the first line. You are not allowed to touch your opponent until someone reaches the second, making it a pure contest of speed. The one who touches second first scores 1 point. Why? Fighters have explosive starts and worse acceleration. On the other hand, speeders start off slow but accelerate quickly. Since both start flying at the exact same time, a fighter can easily stop a speeder early and make the match decided. I see. Basically, in a situation where the fighter and speeder are standing still, it's easier for the fighter to score. Correct. But the opposite is also true. Speeders have the advantage as long as they keep moving. Huh? Misaki just left the first line. Misaki casually throws off towards the center of the second line, leaving the ring behind. Does that mean she's given up? There's no way Misaki-senpai would give up when I'm out here cheering her on. You know, I could totally see that happening, but that's not the case here. She's just taking a shortcut. That's allowed? You're allowed to give up on a buoy to jump forward. Yeah, otherwise the players whose faster will always win.
Oh, I get it. There's no way to ever catch up if all you can do is fly along the lines. Wow, this is pretty complicated.
It really isn't. No touching on the first line at the start of the match, so you can give up on getting a buoy and jump to the next line. That is the rest. That's it. The rest is simple.
Alright, I'll hammer those details into my head by tomorrow.
Today, it's easy. Now watch. Things are just getting started. Made it! He just touched the first buoy,
So that means 1 point for Prez.
You can do it, Xian! Prez proceeds to climb upward at a diagonal angle.
Maybe I'm just seeing things, but I swear I just saw Prez speed up when he touched the buoy.
Good catch. I explained that buoys use anti-gravitation to float, didn't I? Well, anti-gravity fields repel each other, not just gravity. Using the repulsion to accelerate is a basic FC technique. Here I go!
Be my guest.
Prez descends diagonally from his elevated position. Like I expect, he moves oddly when he turns due to his shoe's specs, making his speed drop somewhat. Misaki, who positioned herself at the center of the second line, slowly moves to intercept Prez's flight path. Coming through! However, before she manages to reach him, Prez blows by her at terrifying speed.
Oh no, I misjudged his flight path and speed. Whatever will I do?
It's so hard to stop a fast opponent. I will have to give up on the buoy again and jump over to the third line. Thanks for the explanation. Prez shakes off Misaki again on the third line and touches the buoy, bringing the score to 3-0.
Oh no, I'm being overwhelmed by his speed. There's nothing I can do. He's just too fast for me. Oh, I think I get it. Speeders score points by shaking off their opponent and touching the buoys in order.
Right now, he's just breaking through on speed alone. However, in a real match, he'll use small things to throw off his opponent. Or at least I hope he will. He's pretty fast, but that can only get him so far. He can't just try to bulldoze over and over.
I can't really see him doing any of that.
Right, I can totally see him going. A real man faces his opponent head on. Essentially, speeders use speed to get the upper hand in a match.
Got it.
Prez, slow down. It's time for you guys to show how fighters win matches. Keep going. No need to restart. Gotcha.
On it. Time to dish out some punishment.
Misaki arrives at the center of the fourth line, and after that, she starts flying in a small circle as she waits for Prez.